Welcome.
Welcome to STWFTV Reviews, where we review movies, TV shows, food, and entertainment. Let's get started.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome in. It is STWFTV Reviews, and we are going to be talking about Squid Game and Carry On. I'm Dale. We got Chill Will in the building. What's going on?
What's going on with that posh entrance? I like that. That's hilarious. He got the whole
conscience.
Yeah.
Button up even.
Man, pinkies up.
You heard?
Pinkies up.
Yeah, pinkies up.
Hey, Coach Lee in the house. What's going on, Coach?
What's the damn deal, Dale?
You heard?
All right. So we're gonna get right into this thing, man. Starting off with Squid Game. So Squid Game, 2 seasons on Netflix. Big picture thoughts about Squid Game for you, Coach.
First off, I want to apologize. I was a late comment to the show.
Oh, me
It
too.
is not because it's not what I thought it was going to be. Is why I hadn't watched it.
Yeah.
The whole concept, love it.
Mhm.
The fact that you got the option of subtitles or not, it's cool spin to it. But man, I like it, man. It speaks to society as a whole right now.
Yeah. And I think they really hit on that a lot more in the second season. How they're basically saying, you guys will do anything for money. The chance at money versus, something important.
Yeah.
So
This Squid Game could just easily be named the People Ain't Shit Game because
yeah.
they came to prove and they did a good job.
Yes, absolutely. And look, I guess the difference is like this is coming from like another culture, right? This is filmed in South Korea. Yeah,
South Korea.
So this is not the typical, American way of thinking of, greed is king and all that kind of stuff. But it is, from the Korean way of thinking and stuff. And so
it very much feels like Americans went to Korea and did this. That's what it feels like. This is a game that Americans would play in Korea.
Yeah.
Wow. Definitely good to see the different cultures, though. I like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like that.
And so let's get into the show here, man. Squid Game. So let's see, like the big overall thing is like they go around and they find people who are in debt. And I mean massive debt.
Severe, life-crushing debt.
Looking for your mama kind of debt,
Yeah.
Give us your vital organs type debt.
We already know where she lives, and we're in the bushes type debt. Yeah.
And like these people are basically, hopelessly in debt, and they're running from different creditors and doing all kind of shady things just to live to the next day. And they get this opportunity by this recruiter guy to play a child's game with the thought of getting let's say $10,000. I don't know the equation, how much it equals in dollars versus.
Yeah, because it's billion won, but we don't know what that means in actual money. I'm kidding.
Right.
Sorry, guys.
I do have some of that in some of the notes for like future parts in the show, but let's just say it's like $10,000 or whatever. If you could beat me in this game, you get 10 G's. If I beat you, I get to slap you in the face. And everybody took that deal.
Right. He smacked mad
And
people.
the dude was smacking the hell out of everybody.
Having a taste out their mouth.
Oh, so like it's not too far off. It's about 70 cents on the dollar. So like
Okay.
1 won is 69 cents.
Okay. That's cool.
So,
yeah.
And they were up to the 45 billion won. So like,
Yeah.
it's still a lot of fucking money. It's in the million, 100 millions for sure.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So
it's in the billions actually.
And so once they eventually won the game, they got some money. And they got like a card and everything like that. And they got to call this number and decide if they want to be part of the games. And that's all the information they gave them.
Yeah.
If you said your
What's
name,
your name and
number,
birthday.
yeah, name and birthday, whatever. And then, okay, we're going to meet you at this place at this time. We're going to pick you up.
You're going to
So
play
you
these
gotta just
games
show
to
up.
win this money.
Yes. And so when they pick them up, it's like a band.
They black bag them.
And yeah.
They
black
black bag them. They hop out the van, black bag over the head, throw them in the van. You basically get kidnapped or something that you had already said you were going to.
Yes, you voluntarily get kidnapped. That's what happens.
Pretty much.
But like they get into the van and the dude looks around like, damn, everybody's asleep. The hell's going on?
Yeah.
And they start pulling off. My man hits the gas. Your mind.
He gets the gas.
So they wake up. They're in this dormitory room, and there's a bunch of guys around and a bunch of females around. It's a huge room. Nothing but bunk
456 participants.
456 people. Yes.
456.
Because he is the last one.
Yep.
Yes.
He is
absolutely.
456.
So yeah, the main
right
the absolutely main character of this show is player 456. And we get to see more people, further down the line and everything like that. But like kind of just listen to some of the things the people in. So player 218, when we get to see him, he was an investment banker who's deeply in debt. And he sees the game as a way to escape his financial troubles. And player 067 is a North Korean defector who joins the game to raise money for his family's escape. So these are different motivations here, but everybody's desperate for the most part.
Everybody needs this money.
They really need this money. See, we got a guy from Pakistan who was a migrant worker.
He got did dirty.
Yes.
Yeah.
So dirty. He was such a trusting guy, bro.
That's the worst thing to be in this place is a guy.
The worst.
It's the worst fucking thing.
The
I might have
worst.
died in like the second game, honestly. I'd have figured out red light, green light though. So that's the funny part that like we didn't mention at the beginning. Like the opening game that they're exposed to as a group. Was this coming up? Did I do it again?
No, go ahead. Keep going.
Yeah, all right. So the opening game for this group, they all wake up, they're all wearing the same fucking jumpsuit, and they all got numbers on, and then they all get pushed out to this like little area, this outside area where they see a statue at the end. And that statue, out of nowhere, you see a timer go up, and then you hear over the intercoms like, we're playing red light, green light. That's it. We're just playing red light, green light. You got to stop when it's red and go when it's green. So they say green light. Everybody takes off, and they say red light, bam. And a few people keep moving, and they get shot.
Yeah. When the people get shot, though.
Everybody does exactly what they normally would do in the hood, and they fucking panic and run.
Run.
Yep.
Right. Try to hide.
Also get you shot.
Yes.
Again, because it's red light. So
because it's red light, bro.
It don't matter which direction you're running in. If you're moving when it's red light, you're getting shot.
You get shot.
Because of like the initial panic, you go from 456 to like 200 real fast.
Yes.
Like really
Yeah.
fucking fast.
Yeah.
They cut that shit basically in half.
Woo.
Didn't happen in the second season because he was putting them all on. It did still happen, but they lost a lot less
Yes.
because bro was out here like, hey, no, don't move. Yeah, I mean, he did the whole joint. And so that's when everybody realizes that, yo, this shit is crazy. Like, it's real. Motherfuckers is dead out here.
Yes.
We could be next. Who knows what's gonna happen? You also have a time limit, so you can't just move 1 inch every time it's green.
Exactly.
And then just play it safe. You can't. You gotta fucking go.
Because if you don't pass this line by the time
was the last person also going to get shot even if they were on time? Was that the rule for the first season?
No.
No.
As long as you pass the line before the time expire, you was good.
So
You're good.
So they get through that traumatic. Now is just panic and trauma bonding for the rest of the show because like everything else is a fucking nightmare. You just watched a bunch of people who you didn't really care about, but also you talked to them for 5 minutes and they all got shot.
Yes.
Now they bring them into this bunk bed room and they give them the option. Now they made it seem like we're doing something new in the second season, but they did this in the first season. So they were
but in the second season, they gave them the option after every event in the second season.
Every game.
So it was only after the first event in the first season. Okay.
Right.
Okay,
but people had to bring up the vote in the first season.
Oh, and then that's right. They fought hard like, yo, this is crazy. So, all right, you can vote if you want. All right. So in the first, like they said, in the first season, there was no plan to let these motherfuckers vote, but they all started
when everybody got on their knees, started begging and all this kind of stuff.
Wasn't that second season? That was first season. Oh, that is first season.
No, this is first season here. Yeah,
this is first season right here. Yeah,
this is all first season.
This always happens. Eventually, like 10 people start praying, please, begging, and stuff like that.
Because it's real. I just saw people die out there.
Yeah.
I might have blood on my hands and stuff.
They gave them the option to vote. Now, here's the thing. If you get majority on the vote, then we split whatever money is in the barrel between whoever's left.
Well, they didn't do that the first season.
They didn't do it the first season?
It was different.
The money.
They split the money and they gave it to all the dead people. And everybody else got to go home.
Oh, shit. I forgot about that part. I watched the first season when it came out. Y'all, so y'all could do better with the first season. But so like it got crazy. They voted, and as it turned out, I think they voted to stay anyway because people want.
The first time they voted to go home, and they all went
voted to go home.
Yeah.
Oh, they did, but then they came back. That was the came
back.
Yeah, that was the
majority of them came back,
right?
Because the truth is, your life out there sucked because you owe everybody money.
Like the gangster dude getting chased down by the people he owed money to.
Right. So I'm glad you pointed that out because it speaks more to the human condition, which is the fact that once they all went back to their lives, they were like, well, this is shit. I could have made a bunch of money and got out of this. Like, I had a good chance to win. So, like, almost all of them come back. Almost all of them come back, though.
Right.
Yep.
Right. Almost all of them come back.
And boy, did they not realize that was a bad idea because the next couple of games, they're thinking now, we know how this works. We've even made some friends and allies. The next fucking game, I think they pit them against each other immediately.
The second game
is the cookie. The fucking
cookie, yeah.
Oh, the honeycomb was terrible.
Honeycomb, okay, yeah, right.
That one was unique because, all right, as Americans, I know nothing about these games for the most part. Maybe it made sense to somebody that was South Korean, because the way they put it was like it was children games. Red light, green light. I guess that crosses the whole globe.
That's everywhere.
Right. Yeah. And so this game, the Dagana or whatever, they had this cookie which had the shape of a
one was a triangle, one was a square, one was a circle, and one was a fucking umbrella.
Yeah. And so everybody at the beginning, all they told you was pick a shape. That's it.
Pick a shape.
They don't tell you why, nothing like that. You don't get any info. Boom, they give you like 5 minutes to pick a shape, you line up, pick the shape, then they start handing out the cookies. And then they're like, you gotta
carve out without the shape that you chose
Yes.
without it breaking.
Without
Without it breaking.
any of it breaking. And so the
It was
umbrella
thick.
was a fucking nightmare because the umbrella is like woo, 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 and then up and over and the fucking handle. It was terrible. He's sitting there. Almost everybody who picked the umbrella fucking got killed right there.
The scene was set when the first dude with the umbrella was at the top of that slide, and he broke the handle on the umbrella, and he just got murked and slid down the slide.
Slid down the fucking slide. Just and it was funny because, like, mind you, they all had to come back for this one, and that was the immediate healthy reminder of fuckers die here. This isn't a game.
It's real.
Like,
the reason I left the first time.
That's why I left. I knew there was something about this place. Yeah. So he ends up picking the fucking umbrella. Our main character picks the umbrella because he didn't realize.
Yes.
Everybody with the triangle, cooked. They're good. All set. Square did pretty good too. Circle's tougher because it's rounded edges. Some of them got broken. Some of them got eliminated and shot right in their spot. That's the other thing. You're sitting there on the ground with this little thing trying to chip away at it, and then you fuck up and you just get shot right there and while you're holding your honeycomb. Just red sauce everywhere.
Was it like a needle that they were using?
Yeah, they got like a little like scraper, like a little, I don't know what it is. Yeah, it might have been a needle or
some little stick.
Some little stick to help you scrape. This sounds crazy because it is, but like, it
is.
They had to carve out these shapes out of this honeycomb. And if they did it, you're good. But if you don't, you die. Somehow he got past because he realized if you lick the honeycomb, it softens it up.
Yes, that
showed the ingenuity.
Yeah.
Yes, man, and
things you'll think of if you don't want to die.
Now, game 3 was tug of war, and so you had to pick teams, and so the picking of the teams was different, right? Because you already got factions because people are friends, people are not friends. You help me this last round, I'm gonna help you, that kind of thing. Alliances start kind of getting formed. So that made it interesting. But then you start seeing some people like, you know what? We're getting all guys. We're not getting any females on our team. Sorry. Old lady, young girl, we don't want you.
But that's the thing. So some of them teams going into this third event, some of these teams were just like a group of like 4 or 5 who were smart enough to figure out the cracker thing. So they're like, we got some smart people on this group. We're going to stick together. And then the next thing is tug of war. Y'all ain't built for that shit. You're going to lose. Because you got 4 little nerds and nobody with muscle on your team. You're done. And sure enough.
And one of the things we kind of forgot to mention was there's a player who is performing surgery on some of the bodies because so they just shoot you. Sometimes you're dead and sometimes you're not. And they're marking that box.
Writhing in pain.
Put you in because they're harvesting these organs to make money on the side.
In fact, we find out in the second season that it's not even just a hustle, that there's a particular reason in which they're doing this. But yes, they're also taking the money in the meantime for the organs. Yes, very much so. Which is why a lot of times people get shot in like the throat or like the chest high up where it's gonna fucking hurt, or like, I mean, it hurts anywhere, or get shot in the leg. Like they're trying to keep the organs legit because if you kill them, by the time you get into the back, them organs is trash. So
Yep.
And so they're hammering these coffins shut. So you
in front of you,
dead behind, ain't getting out.
Yo, homie, you were just talking to him. Y'all were like, yeah, triangle, solid. I got the umbrella. It should be okay though. And then now that motherfucker is in a box. So
for real, man.
So the first game, it's all shock value. You understand where you are. Second game, because you came back, it's a little weirder. You see somebody die, like, oh shit, yeah, they're still real. Third game is they broke your spirit a little bit in the second game. The third game, now they're trying to break your body. Like because they got you doing hard stuff. Then it's tug of war, and it's extremely aggressive. You need to also strategize with this shit.
And that came into play with our main character, number 456. So his team has number 1. Yeah, his team has number 1 on him. And number 1 is an old guy, really old guy, oldest guy in there.
Yeah.
The guy got dementia. He keeps talking out his head.
He keeps
Oh,
forgetting
man.
where the fuck he is, which is very aggressively annoying because you kind of need him to focus.
Yeah,
Yes.
dude, we about to die.
I don't know if any of you guys watch TV like I do, but I'll either take the MC, the main character, or like a character that I really like, and I'll just mentally be him or her. Like I'll just be like, all right, that's who we are for this show. I'm trying to get in the head of this person, and all I could think was throw this fucking old man over, please.
Yes.
Because he is just in the fucking way. I would not have had such a soft spot for that old man. I am sorry. I wouldn't have. I wish I could be a better human, but I'm not.
So, but the old man, he comes up
Genius.
with this idea
Wisdom.
because he was really good at tug of war when he was young. His team would always win.
Yep.
He got him on
When I
both
was young.
sides of the rope. Yeah. He got him on both sides of the rope. And he was like, hey, in the beginning, don't pull. Just stand your ground.
Just hold
all
on,
you
let
do.
them tire out. And then
Lean back to your heads, and then the person behind you is crouched.
that's what they would do. It.
Yeah.
They all like laid back. Shit was crazy. They all basically laid back on each other's like lap, basically. All
Yeah.
doing like this air sit because you could hold on to the rope and shit. And that shit worked. They beat everybody's ass with that tactic. But also
Yeah.
the other crazy thing, so we didn't really
And that was an all male team, too.
we didn't lay out the
Yep.
stakes though. Because if you lose this tug of war, the middle is open, you just fucking fall, you're dead. That's it.
Yes.
There
Straight
is
up
no-
round.
Because everybody's everybody's shackled to the rope.
Yes.
You-
Shackled to the
you
rope.
attach to the rope, which is
The
also
guillotine
like,
comes down.
when they fall, you gotta let
the
go of the rope. Otherwise, you'll go with them. So like
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
madness,
Exactly.
more madness.
Absolute
as you
madness, bro.
As you can tell, whatever number of people they had after this event, they cut it in half, literally
Yes.
directly.
Yep.
in half.
Automatically.
Because it was 10 teams, right?
Right, 10 teams.
10 teams
So,
to 8.
yeah, and then that was every team that wins, they go on. Every team that loses, in boxes.
Yep.
Also, this game probably produced the most organs, if we're being honest.
Oh, yeah. Because everybody's not going to die from the fall because
Right.
you might land on somebody else, right?
Oh no, you definitely will land on somebody else unless you're the first ones to go. You're gonna land on somebody else. Yeah. Oh, they were clearing them out after like 2 rounds though. It was getting kind of
Yeah. It was
kind of busy.
it was splat patterns at the bottom down there.
Yeah,
I think.
yeah. Look like a Jackson Pollock down there. They had to figure that
Now,
out.
game 4 was marbles. So they pair up people.
This is
and
crazy.
You were supposed to play a game
Sad.
with the
It was
person
Fuck.
in order to
It's
get
fucked
all the
up.
marbles. Once
So
you got
this is
all
a
the
game where they-
marbles,
It's a game where they dig like a little hole in the ground, not too big, like a little like divot, and then you try to pitch the marbles into the little hole.
yeah, you anybody you can make up any game you wanted with the
Oh, that's right. It was
marbles.
any kind of marble game. You just had to edible more marbles.
Yes.
There was
That was
people
a game
just
that-
talking people out of their marbles. That was fucking crazy.
Yes.
And then this is a game where the husband and wife had to go against each other.
That's the thing.
Yes.
So everybody was like, all right, now we've been through so much trauma and it's so crazy. And it's been only 2 of the events so far haven't been teamwork. The others have been. So you're like, all right, this is probably teamwork again. And sure they're like, all right, pair up. And everyone pairs up with somebody that they love, not realizing that one of you will be gone after this fucking game. So you had husband and wife pair up.
Yeah.
You had friends pair up.
Mm-hmm.
There was a pair of friends who were friends from outside of this game.
Right.
They paired up. That sucked. Then there was friends that they made within this game who paired up. That sucked. Like it just kept getting progressively worse for every duo that we would find. And then he had the old man. Fucking horrible.
Yes.
Because
The
it's only
freaking old
one
man.
answer. I've already said that. I'm on record already saying I would have pushed them off the fucking the tug of war thing, which would have been to my detriment because he is the reason they won. But I'd have pushed him off then because I was tired of him. So now I'm forced to choose between his life and mine in this duo game. Yeah, bro. He had to go. Sorry, he had to go. Wasn't like he was gonna remember anyway. Bro had dementia bad.
Yeah, really.
These masks. Oh, the masks were crazy. Oh, so this picture up top is when we're finally seeing who's watching all of this.
Yes.
Rich fucker.
We
The
get these
VIPs.
leaks. The
Nickel Slick
VIPs coming
fucker.
through.
As Uncle
And
said,
they all wear masks and they get to
The
do
nickel
whatever they
slick
want.
fuckers.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, some in there in the room just having sex with different women. Like this guy, he took a liking to this server who happened to be the undercover detective.
Yeah, that got weird with him.
And he's
Real quick.
looking for his brother.
Yo, he
who
basically
turns out-
disappeared.
who disappeared there, who turns out to be the guy who's in charge of the games here.
The front man.
Who's also the guy on the right. Yeah, the front man. So
this had Kevin Spacey in that fucking waiter all over it. Like that's the exact
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
I think that's what they were making fun of too. No bullshit.
You got 5 minutes to make me happy.
Yeah. He said that's a P. Diddy name, having sex with all the different.
Straight up, bro.
Yeah. P. Diddy ain't just ladies though. So yeah, this was crazy when we found. I mean, when you get to this point, now it just feels like it started to give the vibes. What was the movie? Oh, The Purge. Because at one point in The Purge, we also see there's one of the Purge movies where we also see that there's a rich like gambling sect to that whole thing. And this is kind of the same thing. They're all here gambling. This is where all the money comes from. And honestly, I'm not gonna lie, conspiracy theory, I think this shit really be happening. Like we find places. If we've heard about Epstein's Island, think about what we haven't heard.
Yes.
So
I agree.
This is happening.
Something like this probably exists.
And it's probably in Korea. No, I'm kidding. Let me stop.
But
yeah,
this is not the first time we've seen this kind of concept, right? Where rich people are watching it, right? And gambling and all this kind of stuff.
Remember Death Proof back in the day with the cars?
Yes, exactly.
Same situation. They have motherfuckers gambling. The Purge did it, and the great thing about The Purge is you get the scene where they find them in that movie. They find the room with the rich fucks, and they shoot the fuck out of everybody. It was great.
Yes, great. They did a lot with The Purge, though. Like the show was good and everything too.
Yeah, exactly, Pete. That's exactly what I was thinking. The ones watching are the ones that can afford a visit to Universal and Disney, the whole experience. Yeah, 100%.
Dale?
I mean, I like Universal, bro. Like, what you want from me, bro? I like Universal. That's my jam. I get a lot of my money, man. All right.
Do they have like shorter height requirements? Is that what it is?
I mean, listen. Okay, I can. All you got to do is 2 inches.
This comes from a place of sympathy when I make these jokes, because I too, for a very long time, did not have a lot of rides available to me. Is what I'll say.
52 inches is all you need. Okay, you can ride anything.
In some conversations, that's way too much.
All right, game 5 is the glass bridge game. The players navigate a bridge made of glass panels.
It's the best game.
That game is intense as fuck.
Some of the panels are fragile and they're going to shatter under the weight, and some of them are weight bearing. And so it's bad to be first, but it's also bad to be last because the clock is ticking.
Yeah, you got to make it.
So,
and the great thing about this is because this was the game where we saw the most human selfishness, like the most. Mm-hmm. But it's also the game where we saw the most like teamwork, I feel like. Even with some of the other games that were more team oriented, this one, like, because you had to be on team. The other ones, you're on teams with people that everyone on that team, of course, if you win, you live. But this one, you had teamwork and you still might not make it, even with the teamwork. Like, so you're working together, but you're not actually on a team, and you actually could still die. And then you also need to take turns, if you're being realistic, of being the front man. You have to take turns, because if you don't, then that's just one guy every time risking it. That's not right. He's not gonna make it, obviously. And that shit got crazy. That was probably my favorite one.
I like how they when the VIPs were watching, and they were explaining about how everybody took the middle numbers at first, the herd immunity, and then how it puts you in a position to you don't want to be first or last, and like you had mentioned.
Right.
But I also think it was kind of a messed up scene as well. Is all that intensity they get across, then they explode the panels, and she catches a shard of glass.
Bruh,
Like, damn, that's fucked up.
That's so messed up. They don't give you no medical aid, nothing. You just sit there and bleed.
But that's just the ultimate. Again, more life. Life ain't fair. That's literally what that's the like prime definition of just life isn't fair.
Yeah.
And the now my favorite part of the scene was the old girl told the gangster, if you fuck me over, I'm gonna kill you.
Yes.
And she stayed true to that.
She did it. That was what 111, I think.
I think so. Yeah.
How did she get him?
She jumped on the on the double pane with him.
Yes.
And she got in front of him and told him that I would go first. So he was going to let her.
12.
Yeah.
12.
But then she grabbed him, locked on his waist.
Oh, she just went full. Yeah.
And then fell backwards. And she told him, and she reminded him, I told you I was going to get you.
She kamikazed his ass.
Yes, she did.
212 versus 101. 101 was the bully.
101 was
he took advantage of her.
He was.
Had sex with her, made her think she was gonna be on his team.
Yeah.
Hung got to dry a couple of games too.
But that was good. He had to go. I wish she didn't go, but she lost so much already that it was just like, all right, yeah, you're out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
067 was a beast. I like that character.
Yeah.
Right there in the middle.
Yeah. That's the one that had the little brother that was in the orphanage, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think she was Chinese. So if I understood correctly, her and her brother crossed over, and her dad and mom coming over. Her dad got shot and drowned in the river, and they took the mom back to China.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Rough.
So she was trying to get the money to get her brother out. She was trying to get the money to get her mom over to South Korea so her mom could get her brother out.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah. So like again, it just showed a bunch of rich backstories and how everybody had different motivations for being here. Some greater than others. Honestly, our guy, the main character was just a dickhead in his real life who had a gambling problem. Really, like that was his.
Yeah, he's a piece of shit. He chose gambling over everything.
He's trying to become a hero in this, though. He did a great job.
Yeah, I got when we get to the end, I got a theory on him.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, we get to the final game in season 1, and that pits 218 versus 456. Now 218 is the banker.
And they know each other.
Guy.
Yeah.
They know each other. His mom brags
village
on him and says, he's so successful, but he's not very successful. He's a con man.
She thinks he's over in America making money.
People. Yes, he's been conning people in his game as well. Like he killed that guy from Pakistan. Had him walking around looking for stuff. He just stole all the marbles.
All his marbles and just bounced.
Had some rocks in his pouch.
Yeah,
he left him with rocks. Where did he even get those rocks, bro?
It was like a little retaining wall where they in the alley that we in.
That's nuts. He played, bro. That was crazy.
Didn't he like push a guy too on the glass?
Yep, sure did.
Yeah,
sure did.
They were pushing people in the fucking season 2. They were pushing people in the fucking red light grill out the gate, pushing people. Yes. It was nuts.
Terrible.
Oh, the one dude that was hopped up on that shit.
Yeah.
So the final
That's the goal, Chris.
The final game is more like it's like a one-on-one type of like
Squid Game.
It's a Squid Game. That's a Squid Game.
Yes. It's Squid Game.
It's almost like a one-on-one fight, but like certain areas you got to be on. I don't know. It was confusing.
Yeah. It gets pretty physical for sure.
Yeah.
And yeah, there are pretty much no rules, so you can fight. at the end there.
Now,
and that's what they end up doing.
Now, when you're on offense, you're gonna have to be on 1 foot. You can't go on 2 feet until you cross over. I guess they call it the chest or whatever that's called of the squid.
Yes.
And get the other side. Then you can use both your feet.
Yes.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
that was crazy. But he got the dub and he got up out of there.
Yeah.
Got a shitload of money.
Yeah. So he logs into his ATM and they drop him off like pretty much in the middle of town. Yeah. Here.
Bruised and battered with this tattered hoodie and just like go fuck
in the rain.
He's got a card.
With the card in his mouth.
Yeah,
hey, that card had 45 billion won on that motherfucker.
Yes. But he only takes out what his 10K or whatever. Mm-hmm. Whatever his amount was every player. That's the only money. That's the only number he took out at that point. And he took care of some other people.
Somebody, son, right? Or little brother. Did he go get the little brother?
Yeah, he went
billion
the
won.
girl's brother, brought her to the old lady to for her to raise him. Right. So now she's got like a son again that she could be proud of, I guess. Right. 218's gone now.
He took care of everybody.
Yeah.
He did his best to take care of everybody he could. Anyway.
But then we find out
45 billion won is $31.2 million.
Yeah.
I said 30. That's fucking crazy. Wait, 32 million?
Mm-hmm.
31.2 million.
Damn.
Yes.
Thought it was still in the billies.
And then we find out that 001 is alive. Because it turns out this guy was one of
the creator of the games.
One of the creators, yes. And so he was in there and he never actually died. And so this is his death scene here. He's on his deathbed, and
this is what, like 3 years later or something like that.
Yeah, they make another bet about like a homeless guy on the street that nobody's going to come there and help him, or versus somebody will help him and stuff. And somebody ends up helping the guy, and the old guy dies. So
he dies before he can see what happened.
We were all feeling bad for him, right? Yeah, he was the old man that we were all feeling bad for during the games.
Yes.
Turns out he was dying. He didn't have Alzheimer's. He was just playing a role. And when they took him off screen and they thought he was going to die, they just shot the gun, didn't kill him because he runs it all. Mm-hmm. But then he found him. Like you said, they bet. He lost. He dies.
And didn't he send for him?
I think so.
I think they sent him a card.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
I think so.
Mm-hmm. Now we forgot. I don't know if we mentioned it or not, but we forgot the part about the relationship with the front man and the detective. Did we talk about that?
So the front man, I'm sorry, the detective is looking for his brother. We did mention that, and he was in disguise there with the rich VIP guys, right?
Yeah.
And so he ends up getting face to face with the front man. And on this hill or whatever, the ledge or whatever, and come face to face with him at gunpoint.
Says you could join him.
And he finds out the front man is his long lost brother that he's been looking for.
Mm-hmm.
His long lost brother still shot his behind off the cliff.
Oh, he said he said, yo, you can rock with us or you die right here. Yes. He was like, there's no chance. And he shot his brother. His brother fell into the. But also, I wonder if he secretly wanted him to live. He shot him in the shoulder. He had him dead to right.
Bam! That's what I told my wife they did.
He did.
Shot him in the shoulder.
But still, that's a long ass fall.
As he shot him in the shoulder. Neither one of them wanted to kill one another.
Right. Yeah. Right. That's still a long ass fall that he survived.
Yeah. Into the water. He didn't hit ground.
Look, water hurt. You hit it too hard.
If you fall from high enough, yes.
Yes. Water will kill you.
Yeah. So when you get terminal velocity, water is just cement.
Yeah. So so then we get to the part where 456 Jihan, his ex-wife got custody of their daughter, and he's having she's getting remarried, and they decide to leave South Korea because they're moving to America. Now, his initial plan was to win the games and then use the money, pay off his creditors and all that kind of stuff, and then go see his daughter, right? Because that should be the most important thing in your life. But nah, fam.
Right back at it.
He got it on his mind now. All right, I'm going to take out these Squid Games before it happens again. And so he does not get on a plane to go see his daughter. He pretty much abandons her and starts and looking for ways to take down his organization. So thoughts on that part?
You said what? I mean, look, he wanted to bring it down. He don't want people to keep going through this. He still got the money. He wasn't planning on spending it all. The daughter's okay. I mean, but you gonna go off and just be with your daughter after you killed, like you helped kill 454 people, 55 people?
That's true.
You're never gonna be
like he owed them.
Man died his hair picked. You're not gonna bring that trauma around your daughter.
I mean, bro,
he sure did.
Some other dude is with your kid. Your kid is calling him daddy.
Bro,
that bothers me. Like,
hey, for all I know, here's the other thing. For all I know, yes, they gave me the money. For all I know, I go be with my daughter, and we all wake up in jumpsuits. You gotta take them out. Now that you know that they exist, you gotta take them out. I don't blame one bit.
Okay, so that leads us to the second season. Jihan is set to take down the games. He's using his money to track down the recruiter. Eventually, he ends up getting into a car and talking to the front man via the pig, pretty much, right? And but he's got the whole neighborhood working for him. I mean, he got everybody.
He got the whole block, everybody on his detail. They watching everything from open to close.
Yes,
crazy. I watched the whole season
every day. They checking in every day, man. It's easy money for them, and so eventually he gets into a car, accepts this invitation to join the game. Pretty much
gets gassed again.
Gassed, yes, voluntarily,
willingly this time.
Yes.
Well, technically, it was willingly the last time. It's just that it more like knowingly this time.
Yes.
It's all been willing. The motherfucker's been willing from day one.
But this time, the front man has joined the game as player number one.
Mind you,
of course,
no one knows.
Nobody knows.
No one knows that shit.
Yes.
No one knows at all. No
one knows.
Only the detective, who's his brother, who didn't make it to the games.
Mm-hmm. Now, Hun was smart. He got like a tracker installed in his tooth.
None of that matters.
He's got people on his team, like I said, and they hired like these Navy SEAL guys. Mm-hmm. All right,
like three Marines in the show. There's like Navy SEALs. He got a boat captain.
Yeah,
he got everything.
Like he thought about this crap. He uses money pretty wisely here. But the game makers, they're smart. They know he got some kind of tracker somewhere. They found that crap and took it out.
So he's in there the whole first team, ready up for the whole first game. Well, actually, he plays the whole first red light, green light game. He tries to protect everybody he can. He does protect most of them. And then he gets into the room where they're all fucking divvying up, and he thinks he's got the ace in the hole. He thinks this is going to be ended at any point now. And because he's like, my team's going to storm this island. It's all going to be over. And then he realizes, and he pulls the fucking tooth out, and they put the tooth back. That's crazy. Yeah. Without the tracker. So he has no tracker. He's done. So they don't know where he at. His tracker is in some guy's fucking basket of fucking chum for fishing. Yeah. Like he'll never find it.
The good thing is the detective has been
going on with him.
He's been paying this fisherman guy to go out several times to go check out different islands. So he can mark X's on all these little places that he's already looked.
Right.
So supposedly
he's been to every island but the one he needs.
Yeah.
But we don't know that though, because that guy, he's not a sailor. He don't know that they've been in those islands before. So that dude can be rolling right by it and telling them that's not it. Oh, we've already been there.
Yeah. Although I feel like I would know when I seen them. I mean, I'd be like, we've seen this tree before. Like, I'm just saying. Are we walking in circles in the woods, man? Because like I pissed on that tree last time we were here. But yeah, so they get there, and the first game was still red light, green light. Second game was it this right here? Was it the merry-go-round shit?
No, it wasn't the merry-go-round yet.
Oh yeah, that was a little later. Oh yeah, you know what? They always make you build your team up and love each other before they break you. So I feel like was this the next one?
First game was the red light, green light. The game 2 is the sixth leg.
Right, the sixth leg. Okay.
Okay.
You have to basically, you can't step off this track, and you got to do like a 5 leg race.
Yes.
And you're all stuck together, but also at there's checkpoints, and at every checkpoint you got to play one of these games.
Yeah, everybody's responsible for playing that game.
Yep.
So that way everybody has to take a turn, right? So they played the slap your face game with the the guy at the the train station or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That guy. They play something called Flying Stone, where a player must knock over a stone by throwing another stone.
There was too many people bad at that game.
Yes.
Yeah.
That wasn't realistic.
Then it was Ganji. Player must throw and catch several combinations of small stones in their hand before throwing and catching all 5, flipping them onto the tops of their hands on their fingers, and then re-catching them in their palm. That one was crazy. But
I know that I've actually heard about this game. You can't, when you do the flip at the end, you can't just flip and then catch like this. You see they all flipped and then caught down because that's how you have to do it.
Yes.
It's harder because you got to get your hand away from them and then back down on top of it. That shit's crazy. Yeah. That's nuts. That game was nerve-wracking as shit.
Yeah. But this was one of the games where it was beneficial to have a female on your team. Because this is something that I guess similar to Jax.
Almost like Jax,
yeah.
It's a lot like Jax.
So your mom would be really good at Jax, your dad probably not.
Right. He's a brute. He throws the thing too hard. He can't pick up anything. Yeah.
Right, exactly.
So they needed the girl with the nice little hands, and they had the old lady on their team, and she was struggling at first because she's old and scary, and then but then they also had the tranny, and she was the transgender character, and I realized transgender character. You're making it worse. Listen.
These are not crayons.
Not crayons. These are more alphabetic people. Yeah, so the transgender one talked to her, gave her a nice little pep talk, and then she nailed it. But the whole thing was just super nerve-wracking. You're just yo, who the fuck is going to win? Because, again, if you fail or run out of time, they shoot you there, right in front of everyone, right there. And by the time the last team goes, they're he had to spin the top in blood. There was nowhere else to spin it. It was just a puddle of blood.
Spinning top was the next one.
Yeah.
And then Jingy. So a player must keep the Jingy in the air by kicking it 5 times without it falling to the floor. Yeah, picking it much hacky sack. Yes.
It was hacky sack with a hacky sack that had tassels.
Yes. Pretty much hacky sack.
Yeah. You got to keep the hacky sack up for 5 times before it hits the ground.
Yes.
And if you don't, you're done.
So,
crazy. Too many games.
Then the next game was Mingle, and this is where we're seeing the people in the room. That one was probably the most brutal to me because they shout out a random number, and then
is that the merry-go-round?
No. Yes. No, wait, it is.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so it spins slowly. You're on the merry-go-round, and then it stops, and they call out a number.
Yes.
And you and that many people have to make it into a room.
That has to be the exact amount. Can be short, can be over.
That's right.
If you have a group of 6, and they call out 2, that's great. You're fine. 2, 2, 2. You've got to beat other motherfuckers to a room. That's it. But if you have a group of 5 and they call 3, now these 2 got to find someone else that would be cool with them that isn't already in the group and has to beat somebody to a room.
To the room.
So it's a panic. And guess what? And there's always less rooms than the pairings of teams.
It's designed for somebody to get bumped off.
It's musical chairs, way higher stakes.
Yes. And there was a room where they had too many people in the room.
Shot them in the room.
Mowed them down.
You're all on camera in the room.
Yep.
Dude call out the room. Room number 50. Go in there, boom. Everybody dead in room 50.
Murder.
Then there was another one where there was too many people in the room. And so somebody in the room eliminated somebody from the room.
Took him out.
The right number.
He unalived him on his own. Did not leave it up to them. He said, I got this one. This one's on me, on the house. I can say where y'all at.
Right.
There was also a few little side stories in this, even leading back all the way to Red Light, Green Light, where the girl sniper up in the thing, that was somebody that she knew that she put down.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So that story has legs still, but they did not show anything on that. So that's going to be in the
once they put her in check, like
there's
really nothing else to happen.
Right.
And we know she wasn't going to just go away that quietly. So she had to have plotted something in the backside.
Kill her, or she is like, I don't know. Maybe she took. I don't know what she did. I really want to know. That's like the biggest question left.
And that's why I don't think like that season should have ended. Like
that's what I said. I don't think it's
like they need to pick it up.
I don't think it's actually the end. I think they're calling the next season 3.
Yeah.
But if you know how Netflix moves, I know it's not a Netflix show, but the way Netflix moves is that it's usually like 13 episode seasons or 10 episode seasons. Or
I think they just held on to some episodes.
Nah, they literally. I think they did, but I think that they're just gonna call it a season 3. I don't know why they're doing it. Why would a season 3 come out in the same year, exact year as season 2? That never happened.
Right.
So this is not. It's just a continuation of season 2. That story didn't end clearly. There's too many people left. There's a whole room of people who didn't run the coup. They stayed in the room. They're all still there. And then the ones that survived the coup.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, all right. So now, what was the next game we got after this? So, there was also a moment where a mother and son are there, which was now when I saw the mother and son show up, we saw that like when they first line up.
Right.
And I was like, no, they're going to play the marble game together. This is going to be awful. I was terrified. I was terrified that the marble game was coming. I really was. And then they just went left, didn't do the marble game at all. But they had the moment still because when they were doing the merry-go-round shit, 2 guys just kidnapped him. The number that was called was 3. And there was a duo who needed a third. And they just snatched, bro. They didn't even fucking care. Like, they dragged him. And I honestly don't think he fought hard enough, if I'm being clear. Like, I don't think he fought hard enough. That's true. There isn't a soul. You have to knock me out and be way bigger than me for you to remove me from my mother in terms of that game. No chance, bro. I'm clawing eyes. I'm biting. It's getting ugly. There's no way you're taking me, and then I don't know if my mother's going to be alive after this door closes. It's not happening. He didn't fight hard enough. He a bitch. I
think there's something to it also as far as that they chose to kidnap him and not the mother, because in the same aspect, you got to think of what if there's a game that's later on where it's a team game and we need the strongest in order to achieve it. So you got to make the decision to try to get rid of the weaker people. So I wanted to make a conscious effort of that.
Yeah, they did the genius thing. That was smart on their point. But honestly, halfway to that, everybody been like, "Oh, you a bitch! I actually don't even want you on my team. Why would you just not fighting back right now?"
Yeah. He's like, Mom.
He just modded out. I'm sorry. And he came back like, what do you mean?
Yeah, also, the last game they played.
It was sad when everybody was pressing her about that. He left you?
Yeah.
She was like, well, shut up. She was tight.
But yeah, that was the actual last game they played.
Right.
It
would have been another game.
they staged the the revolt or whatever.
Yeah, they cooed.
So yeah.
So they
I think
basically had a whole plan. Okay.
I'm sorry, go ahead, Ms. Will.
No, they just had a whole plan. The MC comes up with a plan. 4, 5, 6 come up with a plan. With the help of, well, he tried to fight it the entire time, if I'm being honest. The 001 kept telling him it's going to fail, not going to work, going to fail. Because he knew he's the inside man. So he's like, I'm trying to tell you, it's not going to work. So to his credit, as evil as he is, he tried to talk bro out of it.
He did.
He told him, this ain't the move.
I mean, the plan would have worked if he wouldn't have came from behind and actually.
But he knew he would come from behind, so he told him, don't do this. Like, he's like, I know what my role is going to be in this. You don't. So maybe just listen to me. But he ain't listening. And he got all the little team homies killed. And he got mans killed. His partner from outside, like his bro.
Yep.
Got him put down, man, because he fucked up. You're doing too much. 4, 5, 6. Doing too much.
So here's my theory I was talking about earlier.
Okay.
I think 4, 5, 6. I think this is my spoiler alert. I think 4, 5, 6 is going to end up being given the opportunity to join them on the game side.
Yeah.
Because this entire time, why would they take the time for the old man to reveal himself to him? And he knows he's dying. B, for season 2, 001, who the front man, why would you even put yourself in the situation to participate in those games? But you want to get in to see what this God mentality was made of. Right. So he's doing a live interview with them at that point in time, and I think that in season 3 they're going to present him with that. Pretty much either join us or you die.
Get down or lay down, and now you listed an A and B reason, and I'll add a C to yours.
Okay.
I've seen this before because the girl up there with the gun has been here before. She's on the team now.
That's
She's the one shooting. She had been in the games before. So, yeah, I can see that. But what I want to see is what is it that they offer that leaves you on the team? Because I think it is, we'll let everyone go. Everyone involved in this game right now, we'll let them go and pay them and pay you. But you got to work with us now.
Yeah. Okay.
And if that's what they offer, he's going to be in a spot because at the end of the day, it requires him to then go kill more of these people when they do it again. But it also gets him inside, and it also saves the people that he was there with. He's going to be in a spot. I do agree with you, Coach. I think that's what it is.
Well, he's still going to have to make a decision himself. Like you're
going to have to make a choice.
A life or death, like it would be competing inside and out. So yeah, that definitely makes sense.
And
it's intriguing, man.
He's already given away his opportunity just to fuck off and not care about any of this when he came back and did all this shit. So he's done with that. They're never going to let him just go and be because he didn't let them go and be. So hey, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. My man is in the stupid prize era of his life now.
I think it's going to be pretty intense season in June 27th, I think.
Yeah. I just want to know, I think he is going to do that. And I think it's going to look bad for him the whole time. I think it's going to be like, yo, he's never getting out of this. And I think it's going to come back to that other chick. Now, the other chick who's up there, she was in it before. Is that the one with the kid though? Was that her kid? The one who's up there, who's sniping and she shot the guy in the head after he was already shot in the leg, remember?
I don't think that's her kid.
Oh,
okay.
No.
I think that's the guy that she knew's kid that has the cancer.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So, and she's gonna obviously play a huge role because that what you were talking about earlier, and this right here is Chekhov's gun. I've talked about this before. It's when you put something in Act 1 or Act 2, you have to follow through with it in Act 3, and most artists follow this rule. It's a very old rule for writing, and with that said, she's the biggest Chekhov's gun in this whole show because that whole story, it had no legs. It was just she's being weird. She's putting them down instead of injuring them so we can get their organs. She's just putting everything down and she clearly doesn't give a fuck though because she is still killing them. So she's not trying to revolt. She's just literally not doing what she's told to do, and I don't understand why. Anybody got any insight on why you think she's doing that?
That's
It's
a
weird
good
to me.
question.
Because all she can do is get herself shot. That's like
Right.
the only thing I can see would happen for her continuously doing this.
That was definitely my problem with the second season. Like they touched it, and that's all they did.
They just basically showed you that it was a thing that was happening and
Yes.
gave you none of what's actually happening. So
Yes.
yeah,
It's had to just been cut short for some reason.
I feel like she'll be the one that sacrifices to save. Like, I feel like at the end of this, the only two coming out of here are the old man. I mean, are the 456 and the detective is probably gonna get out of this alive. And I feel like everybody else not. Maybe our transgender friend, because she's a soldier. She'd be riding out. No bullshit.
Yeah.
But again, we don't know what the deal is. At the end of that, she cowered in the corner and kept the clip. Oh, and I know y'all was pissed about the Saving Private Ryan moment. That fucking
dude, yeah.
I wanted
the Saving Private Ryan moment.
I'm like, I'm not doing this again. I did this with Saving Private Ryan. I didn't like it then. Like, get me the fuck out of here. I was so mad.
Young man was gung ho the whole time.
Bro,
it came time
guy, like Call of Duty King. He was an edgelord. All of that. He thought he was him for real. And then when it mattered, that nigga bitched up with a bag of clips. Like he had everything. All they needed was in his look. Man, look, she came down. Yo, she should have just shot him there, but she was just like, what? You know what? Give me the clips. I don't got time for this shit. And luckily, luckily, bro's mother stopped her because like she was about to get clapped up. It was about to be 1 on like 8. She had no shot. So she put, but I hope is she gonna keep those clips? They're gonna find those, right? Or maybe she hides them. I don't know.
Oh yeah,
but they're gonna take the guns anyway. It's over. Like they're done.
Yeah, I mean, they were done. That was it.
They were done.
Yeah,
man, I don't know how it's gonna play out though. You think they're gonna make them play the rest of that game?
Yep. Because they got on camera who participated and who didn't.
Yeah.
They can finish that
Is
game.
there anybody left to watch the cameras? Because they killed a lot of motherfuckers.
Yeah, we got to recruit and train more people now.
Funny, because we just have some people here who kind of know how this works, so we can just flip them.
It's at least y'all can do. Y'all owe us now.
Yeah, it's like, look, hey, work for us or you die. I mean, these are your options. We can put you right
there. Man, it can go either way. I like that kind of that outlook.
It's gonna be fascinating, man. Huh?
All right, so 2 thumbs up for Squid Games, y'all.
Squid Games,
absolutely.
Also, it's a gambling game, and the gambler's number is 456. By the way, in case y'all didn't realize.
All right,
456. Y'all play dice. Y'all know what that's about.
All right. The next one is Carry On.
Intense as well.
So this one is a Christmas movie. That's right.
Would you stop this?
I ain't even watching it right now.
I ain't even watching it. I know you full of shit. Cut it out.
I didn't have no Christmas either.
It's holiday season, holiday rush.
Came out.
Everything's holiday.
January.
Christmas movie. Thank you.
Well, after Christmas.
So I did reach out to a TSA worker that I know through someone else.
So I guess
and I wanted to get their opinion on it, since this is mainly about the TSA worker being the hero here. So he says you got to suspend your disbelief and you'll like it. He said, we don't call a super for every bag check. We don't hop on the tug to get to our duty location.
That sounds like propaganda.
We don't get into the cargo holes. He said, but it casts the TSA in a good light, so he's all for it.
Yeah, because I'm thinking you can't survive in no cargo hole.
Yeah.
Right? It will get too cold in there. And the pressure.
I don't think it's pressurized in there, right?
No, the cold is less your problem than the oxygen.
Okay.
It basically leaves the cabin.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So you're fucked. But yeah, cold is definitely an issue. It's not like it's not cold up there. Definitely cold.
So, but yeah, so this movie is it's like an action thriller. You follow this guy named Ethan Kopech. He is a young TSA officer, and he is coerced by a mysterious traveler, and he is portrayed by Jason Bateman, who is like one of my favorite actors. And he wants to get Ethan Kopech to allow a deadly package onto a flight on Christmas Eve. So the story kind of unfolds where he's caught between doing the right thing and saving his girlfriend. His girlfriend is pregnant, and so that's 2 lives he's trying to save as well. Because the traveler, all he wants to do is get this package through, but he's got a gun trained on his girlfriend, and if he does not comply with the demands, then he's gonna, end her life pretty much. So he talks to her through this little earpiece deal you see here. He's got this watcher guy. I thought it was great. That was a great casting right there.
Yep.
Getting this guy in there. And he's hacking everything into the TSA, into the airport, and he's also got a sniper rifle with a red dot. So
to keep him in place, keep him in line.
Yes. He's looking at everything Ethan's doing. Ethan at one point tries to outsmart him, send a text through the watch. Shut that crap down. Watch is looking,
What do you think about the concept? What do you think about the concept of the sniper guy? The guy's bandana he took and his role in the whole incident.
So the fact that he's got like the guy in the back, that he's babysitting, got him tied up and all this kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He's got the hacking going on, and he's watching all the cameras and all this kind of stuff. I mean, I hope he's making a lot of money. He's doing a lot of damn work. Compared to, Bateman's got the I guess the plan maybe, and he's on the ground watching things. But this guy,
he's directing everything. He's doing all the grunt work.
Yeah. He's doing all the work here. So that
get about 10% cut.
Yo, I didn't even realize he was in this movie. I fuck with this dude. He's one of them guys that like he's in a bunch of movies and you've seen him everywhere, but you don't know his name.
My introduction to him was in Luke Cage. That's why I became a fan.
Yes, Luke Cage. He played a great role in Luke Cage. They honestly should have let that character do more.
Yeah.
So he get busted up and thrown out of a window.
So now Ethan is he's finally got the package kind of coming through, right? So you can see here it's something in there. He's trying to examine it, see what it is. This detective lady kind of finds something else on another crime scene, kind of linking this back to this, and including the 911 call from Ethan. She kind of pieces all this stuff together to get law enforcement moving that way, try to halt flights and all this kind of stuff. But again, this is LAX, and this is Christmas Eve. You halt flights on Christmas Eve at LAX, you're going to get a call from the president of the United States, okay? Like, this is going to be real, all right? And you better not be doing this on a hunch. It better be real. Like, something better be happening. So we do find out that the guy that's trying to smuggle the package through, he's actually a victim himself. because the guy that's in the band with the Watcher is his husband. And so he has to comply.
That's what I thought.
So he has to comply with what Jason Bateman is saying, because they're going to just kill his husband. That's his motivation.
Hard position to be in.
Yeah. Hell of a position to be in. We also see once he lets this thing through and they get into the room with the supervisor and all this kind of stuff, Jason Bateman is like, yo, go kill the supervisor.
Now you got an extra job you got to do now.
Yeah.
Because you let the package get taken.
Yeah. He just giving demands. And again, the precedent is, yo, we're going to shoot your girl. That's what we're going to do. We're going to shoot her. All right. He already got this one guy killed with the looks like Bateman stuck in with some kind of syringe to give the guard a heart attack on the ground, because like Bateman slipped him a note. He was going back to go and do security measures he was supposed to be doing. Bateman saw it, got the note, killed the guy. Now the dude just had a heart attack, and it's all because of you, Ethan. Yeah.
Do what I asked you to do, Ethan. Other people are going to die.
Yes, exactly. They have a little struggle in the bathroom, what you see there, and this is pretty much, yo, you need to get on board. This is happening. Lube up,
That's a hell of a position to be in, and it's even crazier that they were able to put that together as fast as they were when he wasn't the initial target at first.
Yes, they targeted somebody else. They did all the homework for somebody else, and they had to do this on the fly. And
it was impressive.
And got involved. Yeah. Jason Bateman gets stuff done, bro. So,
my dog.
So, there, Ethan Kopech, he got like this idea to flag the guy's name onto the system. The guy's name get flagged. They calling him, and so Bateman knows, you must have did something. So you know what? I'm about to arm this bomb. All right. And so now the bomb is going to be released inside the airport where thousands of people are. And they all
crazy.
First is just the people on the plane or whoever they was trying to target. So now Bateman has to go run down to where they're keeping his bomb. He's got to de-arm it manually with Jason Bateman talking him through it and all this kind of mess. So he's running down in the baggage claim area and all this kind of stuff. Oh, it gets to be a bunch. And down in the baggage claim area, Bateman talks to the guy with the red hat who was smuggling the package, tells him to kill Ethan Kopech. They tussle, and the guy ends up shooting himself because the gun in
too many fires
is a plastic gun.
So after too many firings, it explodes.
Exactly. It's going to explode. It's exactly what happens to him. That guy dies. The guy's husband ends up saving Kopech and his girl just out the blue by shooting the Watcher who was going to kill them. He tells them, hey, your husband didn't make it. But then they reveal that Bateman is on a plane headed somewhere else versus the plane they thought he was headed to. So now Kopech has to run to this other plane as the detective is on the phone with air traffic control to try to ground the plane. If they ground the plane, he's just going to let the bomb off in the plane right there on the tarmac. Everybody's still going to die. Same effect, right? So Kopech says the only way is if I can go unarmed manually, because he's already done it before. He did it in the bags claim area, right? So he runs, he does amazing stuff. He's a hell of an athlete for a TSA agent, I'll tell you.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. Yeah, LJ looked like a wimp running to the airport.
Running through the back hallways, and all this kind of stuff. He getting it though. He
And
makes
dude
it to
got
the
some
plane.
endurance.
He makes it to the plane. He gets into the baggage claim area. I mean, the cargo area under the plane. He tries to go find the bags, de-arm the bomb. The bomb gives off notification that
It's been tampered
it's
with.
in manual mode. So right away, dude knows out. Must be Kopech. Let me get my ass down there. He gets down there. He's got another gun. He's shooting at Kopech down there in the baggage, the cargo area or whatever. He ends up getting the canister of virus or whatever this was out of the bomb, puts him into this concealed area they got in the baggage claim area, disarms the thing. Well, I'm sorry, destroys the thing, knocks him in it. He kills Jason Bateman. They land the plane. Cops come to arrest everybody, all that kind of stuff. You know what they do. And Kopech is the hero. He saves everybody. Only one person dead, the guy who brought the bomb to begin with. So, what did you think about the ending there, Coach?
The ending, it was intense. Definitely put stuff into perspective as far as who the antagonist is and whatnot. Huh?
I said, you are not safe anywhere.
No, but I do like the fact that that I think he was right after that he was able to become a police officer. Am I moving along too fast?
Yes, he came to be become a police officer because the detective that was kind of piecing everything together saw, everything he did and was like, yo, give me your resume or whatever it is. We're gonna get you in there. And got him in. So you see at the end, he hooks back up with his friend who he had to, get the guy fired so he can keep his position on the line to let the package through. You see they mended their fences and everything like that. They had the baby. He's a detective now with the police department or whatever. Life is good for Ethan. So happy ending.
You know what was crazy though is the reason why
he's upset Bateman died. Look at him. He's so upset that Bateman died.
My boy, man.
when if you look at the whole narrative of it and the backdrop of the story is they were willing to sacrifice all those people on their plane to make it look like it was a Russian hit so it can justify them going to battle and increasing the defense budget.
The false flag. We do it all the time.
All the time.
Golf of Tonkin. 9/11, so we can never be famous.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It still happens. So
yeah.
But these were definitely
we good times though.
Yeah.
We good times.
We'll see.
We might get some stuff. Might get some stuff here. It's a whole nother show.
Yeah, it's gonna be a crazy 4 years, y'all. So, I think it's crazier what happens next. Who's gonna be that Buttigieg? I don't know what's happening.
So I will say Carry On gets a thumb and a half up for me. I again
what could you have done differently?
He wouldn't have let Bateman die though. That
Bateman would have left. All right, Bateman would have left. Okay. We can have a part 2.
You know what's funny? It's a weird thing about Bateman. I'm kind of like that with Bateman too, because I just love all his characters. But unfortunately, in this movie, I wouldn't have cared as much because Eggy's also my guy. Taron Egerton's my dude.
Yeah,
I rock with Taron ever since Kingsman. That was like his first big role.
Okay.
He crushed it.
Yes, it was.
He's on a short list. This is gonna be funny. He's on a short list to play Wolverine.
Oh.
I think he'd be great, but the accent's gonna be tough. His accent's thick. He doesn't really get rid of it. Yeah. I didn't see this. So did he have his accent in this movie? Was he a British guy still? Or didn't even pay attention. Look at y'all.
This the Watchman guy, right? The Watcher guy, right?
The guy, yeah. He's Taron Egerton is the guy who was the hero.
I didn't notice a British accent. He just had like that little soft kind of I'm crazy as hell kind of way of speaking.
You know what now? Now that you mention it, being on the list of being the next Wolverine, I can see it now. Especially the whole running through the airport scene.
Plus, he like when he wants to, he gets jacked, but he's short, which is everybody's problem with Hugh Jackman. Was the only problem they had with Hugh Jackman. He's 6'4", and Wolverine is
Wolverine's
like,
short,
noticeably like he's 5'9". He's a little fuck. So like that pissed people off. People really like Henry Cavill for that role because of the cameo he had. Plus, they only did the cameo because people wanted him in the first place. But he looks great at. But I like Taron Egerton. You put the chops on him. I think he can get there.
Yeah,
he can get
there. I can see that. I want to say, Dale, great selection and the movies that you gave us homework to do. Good job, my brother.
Yeah, this was fun. Squid Game prints itself.
I probably wouldn't have watched it if it hadn't been for Dale.
That's great. Yeah. Good shit, Dale.
Yeah, it was. I got on to it late too. Like I just like started that maybe like a month ago or something like that. So I was.
The only reason it's crazy for this, the only reason it's crazy that y'all got on, because normally getting on late for something, I don't really care. The only reason it's crazy that y'all were late for this is that this was the pandemic hit.
Yeah,
we were all stuck at home when this came out. Yeah, what y'all doing?
Watching YouTube.
Tiger King was the
other one. King, yeah.
Actually, if I'm being honest, the real king of the pandemic was Tiger King. This was on the back. This was on the back end of the pandemic. Honestly, a lot of people were going back to work by the time it came out, but it definitely was still a COVID title for sure. It definitely came out then. So, but yeah, man, this is great. And Carry On. I purposely zoned out so that I could still watch that movie mostly.
Okay.
I was just like, let me not. If I start reading, I won't hear you guys. But yeah, so what are we gonna do next? Because I know you watched Sense8, and that's an old one, but I could do a show for that.
Yeah, we could talk Sense8. That's another Netflix show there. We could definitely do that.
I also want to like start taking like suggestions from or like put up a poll like which of these shows do you want us to watch and then review.
Yeah,
I like to do that. That's a good idea.
Yeah,
that's a good idea.
Because like don't get me wrong, like we already know great titles. I got them for days, bro. I could have us watching shit with nobody suggesting for the rest of our lives. But I think it would be good to get them and get the fans involved too.
Yeah,
I got one for y'all. It's only running one season. But have y'all watched Landman yet?
Who?
Landman.
So close to another title that I'm going to suggest, which is Sandman.
Right. That's what I thought you said at first.
I thought you said. That's why I said what? Did he say Sandman?
It's on. It's a Paramount show. It's got Billy Bob Thornton and Demi Moore.
Oh, I'm in. That's it. You said Billy Bob. I'm there.
And it's set in Midland, Odessa, between there and DFW. But it shows how the oil game.
Yeah.
And the cartel.
Oh, fancy.
And how the worlds interact with one another.
Yeah.
It's a damn good show.
Sounds like how many episodes?
And they just finished up season. I think it was 8 or 9. They just finished up season 1.
Okay. Paramount, you said?
Also, the Witcher movie is out on Netflix.
I did see that today. I'm hyping. Probably gonna
the animated version.
Yeah.
And another season of Castlevania.
I did see that too. Yeah, Castlevania is great. So you watch Castlevania?
Absolutely.
Ooh, okay. We'll discuss it about that.
I've been watching this since the very first series and season.
So Alucard is he's almost always at the top of the list in all anime debates when the question comes up of which villain was right for what they did. He's always like number 1 or number 2.
Really?
Yeah, because they they put him through hell for no reason, and that's why I have no problem with him trying to eliminate humans. They really did him and pretty much all the vampires pretty dirty.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did.
So, like, they completely betrayed him after he was trying to help.
Yeah, took his family from him.
Everything. He was literally helping humans, and they took everything from him, and now he is just gonna raise the planet. He's just gonna
wipe it clean.
Yeah, start fresh. All vampires. Fuck y'all. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, we'll figure out the next thing we'll do a review on, and we will let you guys know, of course. And
you gotta watch Terminator Zero. Me and Coach did that homework. Me and Coach did that. You gotta watch Terminator Zero, bro.
I'm gonna go back and watch it again too. And by the way, I started watching Squid Game Sunday morning.
Okay, yeah.
Well, I started season 2 of Squid Games last night after our show and just fucking finished it.
I watched Sunday morning. I finished Monday night.
Yes, yeah, you powered through.
Yep.
Yeah, I like Terminator Zero. We should definitely do that then.
Already.
You did watch it?
Yeah, I did watch it. I have to rewatch it though. So I can...
Yeah, Terminator Zero.
Okay. So yeah,
I'm a guy who loves a good monologue. I love a good monologue and a good like deep conversation, and it had one of the best conversations in anything ever. I feel like that conversation between him and
the Terminator.
Yes. No. The conversation between him and the future computer.
Yeah.
Because he basically, it gets to a point where like you have to explain to me why I should even trust you guys. Why should I say you? And a single man trying to prove and make an AI understand
for all
why they should save all mankind is he tried so hard, and at every turn he was like, "Look, I know it looks bad." He was like, at every turn he basically had to preface what he was saying by, "Look, we're better than this." I'm sorry.
Yep.
But yeah, that's one of the best conversations.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna get to that one. So.
Yeah.
All right, yo. All right. Well, hey, if you stuck with us from the chop up to this one, I appreciate you. You the man for sure. I wish I could give you a king cake myself. So, but definitely thank you for those who checked in with us. Look, we had Chris and Jake, Go Fast 81, P Dollar. I'll check in for the show. We definitely appreciate y'all. So we will see y'all on the next one. And
go Ninja, go Ninja, go.
Thanks for watching our show. Remember to subscribe for more shows on the network. Smash the like button, share, and comment.